you're welcome to another edition of Tammy Golden. I want to start a story of this series on Esther. I know Esther, everyone has read the book, everyone has talked about it, you watched the video, but I want you to look at an aspect of her story. I don't know if you've ever noticed, of course you say, yeah, Esther was an immigrant. Hey! So I'm sure you're saying, where are you getting at? You know the end of her story, but guess what? She was an immigrant. And in our own case, so I don't know if yours is like that, her own case, the way she became an immigrant was not a nice story, but she had a God. Was not a nice story. She just found, and then they were taken captive, the family, and as if that wasn't bad enough that they were treated badly, she now lost her parents, her comfort zone, the way she knew, her protection, so to speak. But just when you think everything was going to get better with the words and prophecy they've learned, they had a king who treated them, and they started, a lot of things just started going wrong, and he needed... I'm running ahead of myself, but let's take it one at a time. Be like, calm down, calm down, calm down. I'm just so excited when you just came up to my mind, like Esther, an immigrant. Because studying the book of Esther, thinking about her story as an immigrant, I found out that there are a lot of lessons to learn. I'm speaking to you, a lot of lessons if you're not an immigrant or you're in an immigrant situation. What I mean by that, you might be in your own country, but things are just not the way. You're just like a foreigner in your own body or in your own home, or just, this wasn't, you're not where, maybe at work, you're just nowhere. It just looks like you're out of place, it's just not what you envisaged, at this point of your life. Lessons to learn from the immigrant Esther, the wisdom. First, one thing is that you need to understand that God, I know it sounds like a cliche, they say it is well, but it is not well. But it is well, you have to speak the positive. It's not a lie. It's just that words are powerful. You cancel the negative thing with the positive words that you say, not that you're lying. Because God that created you, created human being like himself as God to speak words. So that's why you need to say it is well, though you don't feel like it is well. All right, I'm just so excited. And you're like, you have not said anything. What's the excitement about? So Esther, things just seem to get from bad to worse with Esther. But God, one thing I want to just say in this episode is that God will not leave you without help. It might look like nobody, no friend, nobody, everybody has their own issues. Come on. Friends, family are not there. But God will send. That's why I say it's good to always be open and to always go to God. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to tell you. So always go to God. And Ezekiel faced God, like after the prophet had given me a negative word. Then the widow of Zarephath said, I have nothing. The man of God said, you have something. She said, I have nothing. Man of God, what kind of prophecy? I know who I am, what I am. Oh, but with God, you just need you to open your mind, open your eye, and pray that your spiritual eye be open, that God should see that friend, that person, or where you need to go to. Just open my mind. Pray for the prayer. I tell people, prayer of mercy. Oh, I learned that from NSPPG. Prayer of mercy, I don't joke with it, because you just don't know it all. You might think you know it all. Open up. Let God have mercy and open your spiritual eyes. What you need to stop doing, what you need to do, who you need to speak with, what friend, what talent, what gift you have that you need to wake, that you don't think it's useful at this situation in your life. But guess what? Just obey God foolishly, or pray that he opens your eyes and obey and take it one step at a time, and you will get to your Canaan land, to your destination. All right, that's just what I want to say. Foundation is God has left her with a Mordecai. Yes, Uncle Modi. Uncle Modi, is the bridge. And there's just so much. Uncle Mordecai could be a relationship, a friend, a thing, a talent, a gift, something inside of you that you never knew could be used as a bridge to where you ought to be. All right, so go for gold. Thank you. Bye.